What's up, guys? It's Chris Moulton, Andrew Martin. It's the Union Report. We have with us none other than Jordan Stewart, the Monterey Bay FC gaffer. How's it going today?
Good, thank you. Normally you guys bring the sunshine, but not today.
No,
this is the first time though.
I know. We get a free pass.
Yeah,
right?
there you go.
So, Jordan, wanted to start off asking if you could just tell us a little bit about your off season and what did you do? Was it more work, more pleasure, a combination of both?
No, it's mostly work, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think with the number of players we let go, we had to obviously start building the roster. So it started very early, straight in the off season. I was able to go home back to England to see my family, but just while I was there, still working. And with the addition of Tony Awa, who's a director of recruitment, and Oliver Wise as the chairman, very very busy, but all good things. I'm excited to finally get the season underway soon.
Definitely, us too.
Yeah, for sure. Reflecting on your perspective as the head coach, what did you take away from this past season? Were there any particular lessons that you think you learned or took away?
Yeah, I think when I reflect on the team and myself, I think the area we lacked was experience. I think we had older guys, but experience to the extent of knowing how to win games, knowing how to go away and to win 1-0. Obviously, the away record was terrible, to be blunt. But I think going into next season, that was kind of one of the biggest areas we wanted to focus on, getting guys that know the league, but then still have a blend of younger players and guys that can excite the fans especially.
Absolutely. Now this next question is a bit of a mouthful, so I'll try to get through it. You're now entering your third season with MBFC, your second full season with them. When reviewing your influence that you took away from your playing career, which do you find yourself drawing on most? You had extensive experience in the English Premier League, Championship, MLS, USL Championship, etc. Which of those experiences do you think has been most impactful to you as a coach?
I think all of them. I think as a player, you kind of reflect throughout your career. Same with in any job, right? You go into you're learning as you progress, and normally the older you get, the more wisdom you gain.
Hopefully.
Yeah, exactly. And I think from that it's you take bits and pieces away from players that you played with, from coaches that you've had coaching you, and I think from there you kind of try and put all that into one ball and then put your own emphasis and kind of project that how you want that to look. Like for me, obviously high energy, enjoy coming to work every day, but then also knowing there's an expectation and there's accountability on that side as well, even for myself. Like obviously not making the playoffs is a huge one that still holds a bit of taste in my mouth, because ultimately that was the goal, and we didn't achieve that. So that falls on me as a head coach. So I have obviously coming into this season big expectations, which is fine, which is what you expect, and the goal is still the same, to create something unique here and have a team that is successful not only on the field, but a team that when fans come to games that they realise they see something growing. And I think especially in this off season, is probably the biggest changes you guys have seen in an organisation, and myself in the organisation. So hopefully from all the stuff that's happening off the field, then we can kind of reflect that onto the field as well.
Awesome. And so we have an almost entirely new group of guys this year. Yeah. How has it been getting those guys to gel already after training camp, and you're starting some practices and stuff? How's that process working out?
It's going well.
Yeah.
I think like anything new, right, it takes time. But the more focus and the more details we have going into training sessions and kind of building guys into if they come from a different country and making sure they're settled off the field, which I think is an important part of it as well. But then also when they come, it feels like home. And I think we have a great group here. I think everyone's really fighting to get the objective of being in the playoffs. And I think like ultimately it's you have the ability to showcase your skills on the field, and hopefully you guys see that as well.
Yeah, we actually got to watch a little bit of the training, and intensity is the word that I would use. So good on you. So teams tend to take on the identity of their coach, and we've seen the social media posts and press releases, but is there anything you can tell us about the character and the identity that you're starting to see emerge with this group of guys?
No, I think one of the words that you just mentioned, the intensity, I think when you go and you play, like the fundamentals, you should have the hard work, the intensity, the accountability, those should echo when we're playing. And then we have guys that are technically very good on the ball, great energy, both defensively and in attacking phases. So I think all in all, as a reflection of myself, is to bring that intensity and also have the belief in yourself that you can be and do great things. Because I think have confidence is a good thing. I think arrogance is when you have to tell people about it. I think confidence is when you believe in yourself and it comes out how it comes out. So I think for me is to show in the character that they have and the ability that they showed for why we brought them into the building in the first place.
I like it. That was like a Jordan Stewartism right there. I'm gonna like totally post that so you know.
We know from talking with you in the past that you're not necessarily a man that's big on predictions. But that being said, are there any like 2 or 3 top professional goals for you specifically for this upcoming season?
Well, the biggest one is for the players to achieve what I believe that they can. And then, like I said, for us, it's to create the platform to have them come in on game day or even day-to-day training and always try and push the bar, right? I think too many times you feel like you're in a low and you don't want to push yourselves to the next level. And I think for me, it's to make sure that the players understand that when they come on, we're going to be pushing them as a staff. From staff to staff, we're pushing ourselves. And as a collective, making sure that together we push to our limits and beyond, because I think then that's when you see true greatness.
Nice. And so I think you kind of answered most of this question, but what should fans expect on the pitch this upcoming season?
A team that is very disciplined for once, but has a lot of energy. The way we press, how we command games. Yes, there's going to be some games where it's more back to front than probably playing style. And us, like I said, still being able to adapt. And maybe where we didn't have the quality of in the final third, then hopefully this year we have that. So I think defensively with our captain Nico, he was one of the focal points of our success, if you could say that. And even though he wasn't successful as in making the playoffs, I think individually there's probably around about 60 to 65% of our players hit where it was most appearances, most goals, most assists in their career. So it shows that yes, we didn't get where we wanted to in the season, but also we're able to develop and push guys to then get to another level where they've maybe not been before.
Okay, and really quick, kind of taking a left turn, they announced there's a women's team now. How important is that to the Monterey Bay FC organization as a whole?
For sure. I think any time where you can include more sports, men or women's, is a good thing. And I think having Monterey Bay show that they're inclusive with both men and women's soccer, and then you have Salinas, Watsonville, Carmel, Monterey. Like when we leave training, you see all the kids playing over there, and obviously the CSUMB have the men's and women's that we can pull from as well. That people like you, Adrian Rebelars, and so hopefully we can get that on the women's team as well. So for me, it's always exciting, and it shows like I said, an evolution of where we are as a club.
Awesome.
Yeah, and going kind of hand in hand in that, another really exciting piece of news from this offseason was the announcement of the partnership with CF Pachuca of the MBFCs. And can you just talk a little bit about that and what you believe the partnership and the friendly that'll be happening at the end of the month, what that means to MBFC as an organization?
No, for sure. I think it shows we can cast our net in a wider area, and I think obviously Pachuca known for bringing young players through, and I think the USL Championship you've seen already of guys coming into the league and going elsewhere, whether it's Futbol that went over to Chivas and these types of players. So I think that inclusion of Pachuca coming and obviously we've already had 4 or 5 of their players come and train with us for the last couple of weeks as well. And then for us, it shows more of, we didn't want to just have a partnership to just say we have a partnership, right? We want to be interactive in what we want to do, of bringing players over, maybe possibilities of guys going over there as well. So I think we wanted to make sure it's a real partnership, and making sure there's movement around, and Pachuca's already came and visited with Oliver and that kind of stuff. So I think for me personally, it's another arm towards Monterey Bay, and potentially down the line, you never know, we can have a few players here.
Yeah.
Nice.
And shameless plug, February 28th, CF Pachuca will be here at Cardinale Stadium. It's going to honestly be one of the most exciting things that we've had here for the friendly match. So if you don't have your tickets already, you definitely need to go get them.
There you go.
So as Monterey Bay continues to expand their presence internationally, I think I counted that we have representation, at least from the announced roster so far, from 10 different countries. So bringing in coaches, staff, players from different countries, and setting up partnerships with Pachuca. How integral do you see MBFC's international presence being to future club growth and success?
Well, I think soccer's a worldwide sport, right? So I think you're always going to have that, and I think the more access, especially with things like Y Scout and social media, there's more eyes elsewhere rather than outside of America. So I think with all the tools, it'd be silly for us to try and just stay in one market. And for us, like I said, it's the more inclusive we can be. With soccer is for me is the best way, right? Yes, we still want to be true to where we are and what we represent as a club, and having local talent. But I think also on top of that, there's no harm in going elsewhere and bringing players in from different areas of the world that can tell different stories. A lot of players in America want to go to Europe, so if you have someone that's played in Europe, what better not to then speak to that person and ask their experiences, what the good things are, the bad things, and then just tell their stories. And I think for us, the biggest thing that we wanted to do is that when they came in was to make sure it felt like home, and they didn't feel like they was missing out on their family, which, yes, we will have to make sacrifices, but to try and give them the warmest welcome. And I think Oliver was very demanding when it comes to that stuff, because I think it spills onto the field when you do have guys that are happy and feel like they're grounded, and then from there, then we can then execute on the field.
Thank
All
you.
right, so I'm gonna try and put my British hat on again. So can you give us any bits and bobs from either the closed door scrimmage with San Jose or the scrimmage with Sacramento? Can you give us anything that you felt like went well or anything?
Yeah, obviously with the San Jose game, MLS team, there was moments we did okay. Where you could see there was a gap in that, and then obviously against Sacramento, a team that we're going to face a lot this season. I think they finished second in the league, so different kind of style of game. And like I said, for us, it's when we're doing pre-season, it's the result is not the be-all and end-all. It's more of what can we learn. What did we learn, and then what can we execute during the week? Exactly, yeah, there you go. So it's part of the journey pushing forward, ultimately to then get to when you go March 7th, like everyone knows how we're going to play, style, different kind of actions, how each other play, what my ask is of a coach and the other coaches. And then for us, it's to try and keep guys as healthy as possible as well, right? So we've had a few knocks and bruises, but that's part and parcel of the game. And then that's the reason why we have a squad, right? To have guys that come in and can compete.
All right. And also just want to check and see if you might have any gossip or secrets you might want to share specific to the World Cup being played this summer in England. It's going to be playing all of its group stage matches here in the U.S. You obviously have a few connections here and there in the game. Any chance any chance though we're going to see any surprise guests at Cardinale during around that time?
I don't know, not at the minute, but now you've put it in my mind. I'll try.
There we go. That's why we do this. All right.
If they can give me tickets though to a game.
Oh, there you go. Okay, so really quick, we're going to blast through our rapid fire. It's a footy knowledge challenge. I researched, these are hard questions, so I hope you came prepared.
No.
I think it gets a little more difficult as we go, but here we go. Wayne Rooney made 48 appearances in his club career outside of the Premier League and EFL. What team and league did he play for?
Couldn't tell you.
DC United in the MLS.
I was thinking back in England as well. That's why. I was thinking of when he started. But I was thinking, like, did he play for anyone before Everton? I should have got that one.
Maybe you'll get this one, though.
I don't know.
Who is the Chelsea FC all-time leading scorer?
Lampard?
Yes. Bonus points if you know how many goals.
148.
211. So not too far off.
Yeah.
211.
All right, you better get this one.
Oh, there we go.
All right.
That means I won't.
Jolion Lescott made 4 appearances in his club career outside of the Premier League and English Football League. What team and league did he play for?
AEK Athens.
Yes.
And that's the Greek Super League.
Yep.
Wow, you've got like a D plus C minus right now going.
Your phone would have started ringing if you didn't get that one right.
Which top 5 European league did Thierry Henry not make an appearance in? The Premier League, League One, the Bundesliga, Serie A, or La Liga?
Bundesliga?
Yes. Wow, he did
He's
study.
heating up right now. All right. Here we go. Micah Richards made 10 appearances in his club career outside of the Prem and the English Football League. What team and league did he play for?
Fiorentina and Serie A.
Woo, this guy, you're on fire right now.
I'm going to call you encyclopedia. So the final question here is Diego Maradona made 62 appearances in La Liga. Which 2 teams did he appear with?
In La Liga?
Yes.
Barcelona and...
You got Barca, that's correct.
In La Liga?
Yes.
Should I know this?
I didn't, but
Barcelona and... I'm going to go with someone like, I don't know, like Real Betis.
Sevilla? Is that
Sevilla.
yeah.
Sevilla, yeah.
Sevilla.
26 appearances between 92 and 93.
Okay.
Hey, you did
not
pretty
too bad,
darn
not too
well.
bad.
Yeah, you got the ones that counted,
Yeah, I
or
got
the
the
phone would have
proper
been
ones.
I'm going to give
off.
a 4.5 out of 6 on that. So,
I should have got the
that's
Wayne
a
Rooney
passing
one though,
grade.
yeah. I was thinking like pre Everton.
Yeah.
Maybe as a kid.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's all the time we have, Jordan. Thank you so much, as always, for
Thank you.
hanging out with us. It's always a blast, and best of luck this upcoming season. Hopefully, we'll be able to check in with you sometime down the road.
For sure. Much appreciated.
All right. Well, thank you, guys, and we'll see you next time.